Hello everyone, my name is Dilmer Valecillos and I am a developer advocate at Meta. Today, I would like to welcome you to VR Dev Level Up, a brand new series where we spotlight incredible developer success stories, break down the latest platform updates, and go hands-on with the tools that power the MetaQuest ecosystem. Today's episode is packed. We have Forever Pets combining psychology and AI to build an emotionally resonant VR game, a solo developer behind AnExplorer matching 5 years of mobile revenue in just 2 months on Quest, FitXR growing installs to 5x with a one-person ad team, and BeamXR live hitting 1 million minutes view in just 12 months. Beyond those stories, we have some important product updates to cover. Lastly, I'm going to show you a practical usage of agentic workflows, including the new Meta VR CLI and our Meta MCP extensions for Unity within a VR project that I'm currently developing to explore these new cool features. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. For our first success story, I want to tell you about Forever Pets. And if you haven't read the full write-up on the Meta Horizon developer blog, I'll drop in the link in the description below. It is honestly a great read. What I love about their approach is that they built this for basically genuine pet lovers. And that philosophy shaped their monetization. Instead of aggressive in-app purchases, they mirror real-world costs of pet ownership, things like premium food and toys, so spending money actually feels natural in this game. Now, here's where it gets very interesting from a developer perspective. When they first launched, they had basically viral content creator coverage, but the revenue on their game was pretty flat. The breakthrough came when they identified a massive drop-off in their first-time user experience. Wendelin puts this perfectly. I basically had almost a panic attack when that happened. I realized we had left so many players out there who never made it to the game. We had created so much friction and focus on the wrong things. If you drop half of your players during the tutorial, you would never get to retain them. So they went to work and cleaned up the tutorial flow, and the results speak for themselves. FTUE, or first-time user experience conversion, jumped from 51% to 78%. In-app purchase conversions saw a 36% relative increase, and monthly active users grew by 17%. They also use an AI agent, not as a coding assistant, but as a strategic partner, helping them instrument the game and track emotional beats. This tripled their productivity and allowed them to ship 25 builds in just 4 weeks. And maybe the most powerful part of the story is that about 8% of their 1,300 reviews explicitly mention mental health benefits. That's the kind of impact that we're building towards. I personally tested this experience, and I have to say I truly appreciate the hard work this team put into every aspect of the game. Yes, I got very emotional interacting with my pet and making sure it was happy, and the onboarding experience, especially after all those improvements they made, was really well done. Now, Forever Pets show us what's possible when you combine psychology, AI, and deep iteration on Quest. But what if you already have an existing Android app and you're wondering, is Quest even worth my time? That brings us to our next success story, AnExplorer. Hari is a solo developer who built one of the most popular file managers on Android. 7 million downloads, 1.2 million active devices. He wasn't even thinking about VR until he noticed something. Users were sideloading his app onto Quest on their own. So he took the hint using Meta's developer documentation and his existing Android code base. He ported AnExplorer to Quest in just 1 week. No 3D tools, no rebuilding from scratch. Here's the crazy part. The monthly revenue that took him 5 years to build on mobile, he matched it in just 2 months on Quest. All organic, he literally just found a content gap. No dedicated file manager existed in the store. His free 7-day trial strategy more than doubled his conversion rate compared to other platforms. Quest users saw the value and pay faster than any other platform he has been on. Now, I have built many mobile applications throughout my career, and while these might look like a simple application on the surface, it is not. Think about all the optimization needed to make this work well across devices. We have different screen resolutions, and that makes it pretty hard. The port itself may be straightforward thanks to our tools, but making sure the UI and UX works and looks great in a spatial environment is a completely different story. This developer did well, and he also fulfilled a need that simply wasn't available on the platform before, which was the key to his success. So whether it's an emotional, rich experience like Forever Pets, or a polished utility app like AnExplorer, the takeaway is the same. Quest has a real opportunity waiting for you, especially if you're willing to look for the gaps. Now, Forever Pets and AnExplorer show us how to build great apps on Quest. But what about getting them in front of the right people? That brings us to our story, FitXR. FitXR is a VR fitness app that has been on Quest for 6 years. They had a paid ads program, but it was broad targeting with generic creative, and it was so inefficient that they actually shut it down entirely. So one marketer, Haley Goldlist, rebuilt their entire ad strategy from scratch. Instead of chasing the cheapest installs, she focused on lifetime value. Who are the users that actually subscribe and stick around? She used the wish lister targeting, LTV-based lookalike audiences, and AI tools to run sophisticated campaigns as a team of one. On the creative side, they found that user-generated content and real transformation stories outperform polished marketing every time. People who lost 30 or 60 pounds, people who could hike a game, those authentic stories drove way more conversions than any sales pitch. The results were outstanding. Ad spend went up 2.3x, but installs grew 4.8x and trials grew 4.5x. They cut their cost per install in half, and all of this happened within the first month. On top of that, they noticed a halo effect, where organic searches and store discovery spike during periods of elevated ad spend. Her biggest takeaway: you don't need a big team. AI tooling has made running ads on Meta remarkably accessible for developers of any size. And for our last success story, let's talk about BeamXR Live. A 5-person team saw a gap that nobody was filling. Streaming from a VR headset was either very expensive, unreliable, or required workarounds most users couldn't figure it out. So they built a dedicated streaming app for Quest that lets anyone broadcast to Twitch or YouTube directly from their headsets. No capture card, no PC, and no extra setup. A few weeks into development, they made a critical pivot from software encoding to hardware encoding. And that decision gave them a streaming quality that approaches or exceeds Quest's native recording while keeping performance overhead low. Their strategy was pretty cool. They launched the app for free to determine how people actually use it, then monetize the features their community was asking for: custom overlays and stream clipping. Growth has been entirely organic, fueled by word of mouth and a stellar store rating. The results: 1 million minutes viewed in just 12 weeks after launch. And today, they routinely hit 300,000 minutes viewed in a single day. As their lead developer Rory Clark puts it, if you can find a niche and make something really good that people don't have on Quest, they will flock to it. It doesn't matter how simple it might be. I hope those stories inspired you to create or improve your apps on our platform. Now, let's talk about the developer tooling that can help you get there. Earlier this year, we announced several tools at GDC, so let's go ahead and run through some of them. To begin, let's discuss the new Meta VR CLI. This powerful command line utility simplifies tasks ranging from device and app management to performance optimization and documentation access. It even features a built-in MCP server, among many other tools. What does all that mean, right? Well, simply put, you can integrate it with your own AI-powered IDE to perform agentic workflows directly through the CLI. Which brings me to the next update, the Agentic Tools GitHub repo. This is a curated collection of skills for MetaQuest and Horizon OS development. Highlights include a VR project creation skill that works across Unity, Unreal, Android, Spatial SDK, and WebXR to get your project Quest ready. asset prep, upload, and tracking. There are 20 plus skills available, and I highly recommend you to explore them. Now let's talk about game engine VR developers. Our Meta MCP extensions powered by Unity AI. Unity developers can now use the Unity MCP part of Unity AI Assistant package with custom MCP tools designed specifically for Meta Quest development. Things like adding a camera rig, grabbables, interaction rigs, creating Quest optimized shaders, and many more features. I show a sneak peek of what I built with these for GDC, and since then I spent less than a week building a new demo. It started as a real-world scale basketball hoop game, then it evolved into a full tabletop experience. I added poke interactors, polished UI, and spent real time on a proper onboarding flow. Tying back to what Wendelin mentioned about FTUE, our first-time user experience, Agentic workflows made it all possible in a short amount of time. Let's pivot to the web. With Immersive Web SDK, IWSDK, web developers can now create incredible WebXR experiences that leverage agentic workflows. Through over 30 MCP tools, AI agents are able to observe, engage with, and troubleshoot your WebXR projects, using features like ECS debugging, controller input, scene inspection, and screenshots. And then there is MetaXR Operator, which levels up agentic workflows by giving AI agents a closed loop to verify and validate their work directly inside an XR experience. With MetaXR Operator, your agent can understand the scene, process inputs, interact with objects, and control the experience, allowing it to reason, test, and iterate effectively across your XR development pipeline. We also have a new developer assistant, an AI-powered conversational companion that understands the MetaXR ecosystem. It can answer platform-specific questions, help you troubleshoot issues, and surface relevant docs without leaving your workflow. And lastly, porting and optimizing mobile apps for Quest has never been easier for Android developers. We released a new version of Meta Horizon Android Studio plugin, which now bundles the Meta VR CLI directly inside, ready to go the moment you install it. One more thing before we go into the deep dive, and I wanted to tell you that HZDB, the Horizon Debug Bridge, was renamed to Meta VR CLI. So what I'm about to show you in the deep dive is going to be referring to the old name. Just keep that in mind because you're gonna need to type Meta VR now on the command line or anywhere where you're referencing that either from an agent or from an actual command prompt. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so I'm gonna show you here a deep dive on how to get the Unity Assistant set up with our Unity MCP extensions for Meta. So if you look at the Assistant, just make sure that you have the latest version installed, install the Unity MCP extensions, and then also the MetaXR Interaction SDK, which has a dependency on Core. I'll be adding the links in the description of this video. Also, if you go under the Assistant, you're gonna see that we have options to either use the Unity LLM or our own agents. In my case, I'm gonna be using Cloud Code. To set it up, go to Preferences here under the MetaXR tools, then go under AI Gateway, and you can designate whether you wanna use Cursor, you wanna use Cloud Code. I'm going to also, once I have that set up, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question here and say, okay, what custom tools do I have available? As you guys can see, I have HZDB, and I also have the Unity MCP extensions available. So if you look in here, I'm gonna say, go ahead and add a new OVR camera rig. The camera rig is going to be added automatically because that's going to be one of the extensions that we provide. Also, if I wanted to say, well, change the scene and go ahead and add a cube to the scene, make sure that it's red, position it right in front of the camera, which I told it to do 0.5 meters. You can see that that shows correctly. Also, if I wanted to use Cloud Code or an external IDE or external agent, I can also do that. I'm using the CLI, and I told it to activate the XR simulator and basically run the scene. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask HZDB through Cloud Code, what devices do I have connected? In my case, I have a Quest connected. Here's the serial number. If I wanted to ask it about battery status, I can also do that. There's a lot of features that are available with HZDB. I can also use code if I wanted to use this as an IDE, VS Code. And you guys can see here that I also have the Meta Horizon extension. I'm also using the Cloud Code extensions. If you found this information valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment and let me know which topics you would like us to cover next. Keep building, keep leveling up, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, everyone.